So do you guys remember when I said that this album here, Avengers Vitro, was going to be on the top 10 this year? That may not be likely now because I've noticed a pattern recently, throughout this past couple of months, and I'm noticing that these albums are just getting better and better and better. And now I'm in my hat. Yeah, sorry for the edit, I just felt like putting on my hat. But anyway, I still think this is a good album. I think it should be an honorable mention, but anyway, this has nothing to do with the review, so moving on. So hey guys, excuse the lame prologue, I just wanted to say that these albums are just getting better and better. I'm not even sure if I'm going to fit a lot of the albums that I've talked about this year, or am going to talk about, because, again, these albums are getting consistently better. So let me start off with just one example of those albums. This is Weather Systems by Anathema, and it continues into like the same direction that We're Here Because We're Here is taking, and basically the direction they've been taking for about 15 years since the album Eternity, but I guess you could kind of stretch it a little bit and say that they've been doing the style since the Silent Enigma from 1995, so the year previous to Eternity, but I'd say they really came through with they really started to really transition into the sound you hear today with Eternity. Eternity, yeah, is a pretty moody album. It's a very moody album. It's very emotionally deep, but I have to say, this isn't as, while this album is not as dark and as depressing as Eternity, I definitely have to say it moves me a lot more than Eternity did. Eternity just, is a very gloomy, very depressing album. But this one, I've spun it the first time, and it almost made me shed a tear. It almost did. But it's not even, as dark. It is sort of dark, but not in the same way as Eternity was. Eternity was kind of like, it's almost like the band members decided to record in like a deep, darkly lit tomb, where they buried a bunch of crusaders and stuff like that from the days of yore. But anyway, I should probably stop comparing this album to Eternity, because it's nothing like that. Weather Systems is much more happy by comparison. And I don't mean happy like, oh, happy smiley facey, yeah, Hades pop crap shit, hippie fuck. No, I don't mean any of that. I mean like, the kind of happy that kind of brings like tears of joy to your eyes, like a happy, sad kind of way. So happy that it just brings tears to your eyes because it's just that emotional. That's basically what this album is. It's a very beautiful album. There's a lot of acoustic instrumentation, a lot of keyboard usage. The harmonies of the vocals and stuff like that are very beautiful. Like, there's a very, very balanced mix of the vocals between Vincent Kavanagh and the female vocalist, and I don't know her name, but hang on, I'll check it real quick. Lee Douglas is her name, that's it, and I don't think she's a guest vocalist, I think she's a permanent member of the band, but anyway, the vocals between Vincent Kavanagh and Lee Douglas are very beautifully executed, and it's very balanced, and there's some really beautiful harmonies in between them, and it just leaves for a really breathtaking experience. It can get a little bit repetitive sometimes, especially during the Gathering of Clouds. I thought that was a little repetitive. I thought that wasn't all that necessary, but it's not a bad song. It definitely carries the mood perfectly. Still, I find Gathering of Clouds to be like the weakest song in the album, but it's not bad at all. It really isn't. It's very heartfelt, well, as is the rest of the album, but anyway, I'm just gonna wrap this up. If you want like a really emotional and just breathtaking release, I highly suggest you pick up this album, because it's really, really awesome. I kind of have to be in the right mood for it in order for it to really sink in, but it's highly recommended, definitely. For a score, I give it about like an 8.75 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's pretty strong enough. And yeah, if something bad happens and you just feel like crying, this is the perfect album to cry to right here. For all you ladies out there that just want to cry over your boyfriend dumping you or cheating on you or anything like that, definitely pick up this album because I think this could be a really good source of comfort in a way. So yeah, highly recommended album by Anathema, one of the greatest British bands I've ever heard. Thank you very much, and have a good day.